What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and part 10 of my Road to 100K series. This is gonna be like a year, kind of a year in review as well as a monthly review. So overall, the account is up. The total Wealthsimple account is up 4% this month. It's around 2 grand. And year to date, it's been an outstanding year. 24.74% overall, and around $10,000. So very incredible year. More than I could ask for with investing returns. It's really helped me get to my 50K goal, which also was an exciting month because at the beginning of the month I did hit $50,000, and now we're sitting at $51,000. So I did hit my second goal that I set this year. My original goal was 30 grand and absolutely crushed that. And then I set it after April, I set it to 50,000 and also just hit it. So very, very humbling experience to be able to put this much money away and also get some help along the way with returns. Um, yeah, 15,000 dollars return all time. Unrealized is around $12,000 right now. So we'll start out with the TFSA. So far this month, I'm filming this a little bit early, but yeah, this month in the TFSA, 4.67%, almost 2 grand, and year to date, very incredible performance this year, 27.55%. So after April, it was kind of everybody was thinking it was going to be a write-off, like this year was going to be a bear market all year and no returns, but it rebounded very well, and yeah, throughout the year it's just gotten better. No new deposits this month, so no new buys, but this year we were able to deposit $16,000 or $16,500. I really amped up my savings rate this year, and I do plan on doing that as well next year. But major movers this year, TD had an outstanding year. They were up 70%. So sorry, 69%. And then Google also had a great year, 62% as well. So close to TD, but yeah, I got in a good time. I do wish I got more out of it. Right around this area is when I was buying. So I do wish I got more, but I can't complain with an 80% return. And then my last really good performer was Rocket Lab. They had an outstanding year, 160% over this year. I now have a 166% all-time return on them. But yeah, overall, my portfolio did really good this month, or this month and this year. Can't uh, can't complain. I do wish some stocks would be rebounding soon. Bird is kind of staying stagnant. I do expect 2026 to be good for them. EQB, I would like for them to rebound as well. Hopefully, with the acquisition of their PC Financial buy, that they will start performing good and get back to their growth strategy that they were on before. And then for the RSP, this past month was up 1.25%, and year to date 17.2%. So for my slow and steady growth account, 17% is really good. This is supposed to be my less volatile account. And with my TFSA getting close to maxed out, I do anticipate to deposit more into it next year. Especially with after I'm done school, I'd like to start benefiting from some of the tax deductions on it. So I will start focusing more on it in 2026, but for this year, my TFSA was my main focus, getting that close to maxed out. So yeah, no new deposits in this account either this month. But overall, since March, I've deposited This number's kind of skewed because I transferred from my bank account RSP to my Wealthsimple RSP. So it says I deposited $2,377 into my TFS or RSP this since March, but yeah, no new buys. I've been really focused on Christmas, so I wanted to treat my family good, and I will admit I kind of overdid myself, but it was worth it treating my family to some nice things after I spent so much time putting money away this year. I wanted to give back a little bit, so that felt nice to see their smiles on their faces, and that was the main thing. That was the biggest thing, was just being able to see the smiles and getting spend time with them, and yeah, it was really nice. So now that Christmas is over, I will get back into um get back into my regular savings. But yeah, no new buys. Uh, Year to date, really good performance for something that's supposed to be slow and steady. It beat my personal benchmark of 12 to 15%. So happy about that. And then my gambling account, year to date, down 78%, around $237 over the past month, down 36%. Once these trades that are left in here are done, I am gonna take a break from this. I don't want to be gambling. I want to be investing. So I'm not going to be putting, once these are done, I'm done for the foreseeable future with trading. I want to focus my full time and energy on actually investing. So I'll keep the money in the accounts, but I don't see myself doing anything with it. Um, Eventually, I might transfer it over into my actual investing accounts. But yeah, once these trades are done, I am I'm done gambling or trading. But yeah, can't say I've been successful with my options and swing trades, so I'm gonna just stop spending market tuition and actually start investing again where I've had success. So, or success so far, I should say. But and then for my buys and sells this month, as I said, no new buys, no new sells. Completed trades, made a small gain in GTE, 6 shares, 5.25%, or around $2. And then Archer, a sell, 1 share at a 38% loss, or around a $5 loss. So dividends, Fortis, $10, VDY, $4, Google, $2, Hammond Power Solutions, almost $5, Bird, $6, and my Poland ETF, $32. This month, $61.80. Top performers, Rocket Lab had a great month, 67%. They announced a new contract worth around $800 million, so that sent the stock up. And Bird, $10, or 10%, sorry, and TD up 10% as well. And then worst performers, Hammond was down 6%, Uber was down 5%, and Fortis was up down 3%. So I wrote down some goals that I have for this year for my investing and YouTube. My investing will hit $75,000 in my Wealthsimple portfolio. I'm setting the goal higher this year. I think I set it initially too low last year at 30,000. So at the time I was around $20,000, and I only set it to 30,000. So I'm I'm gonna put a more aggressive goal to hit this year, especially if I'm trying to hit 100,000 by 25. I only have about a year and a half left, so I'm trying to aggressively save as much as I can. So we're gonna put that at $75,000, and then achieve personal benchmark of 12 to 15% returns in my TFSA and RSP. Obviously, that has a lot to do with just how the markets do next year, but um, part of it is what I actually hold and the companies I choose to hold. So I need to make sure if I'm buying new companies, that they're high quality compounding companies and not just hype beast companies. So that's why I've stayed away from. I know Rocket Lab may kind of fall under a hype beast type stock, but I do have conviction in their future. Next goal, maintain current aggressive savings rates. This in 2025, I did a really good job at saving, and I'd like to continue that aggressive approach. I was able to put around $18,000 away this year. I'd like to maintain that aggressive savings, which will help me get to my next goal. So, and then keep up with increasing my knowledge about investing. So reading books, just keeping up with all the companies that I hold. Just any way I can to learn more about investing, especially if I'm going to continue stock picking. I need to make sure I don't stop learning about it. I don't stop learning about the markets. I just want to keep learning and increasing my knowledge. That will help give me the best chance at my personal benchmark of 12 to 15% returns. If I know what to look for, if I know how to research better. Although I do think this year I took a big step forward in how I research things and actually learning about companies, but I can continue that and I can keep learning. Just because I know something doesn't mean I have to stop learning. So there's always more room to learn. And then next goal, make more videos that aren't just portfolio updates. When I first made the channel, I did have a variety of content that I was making. And I'd like to keep making that type of content. Especially helping tradesmen videos. I'd like to keep making those. Make more in that series. Help people in the trades that aren't necessarily as good as they could be with their money. So, and then help introduce more people in my life to investing. So, mainly at work, there's a lot of people at work that are kind of like lukewarm about the idea. And I'd like to just kind of maybe introduce them better or introduce them more to investing and see what it could really do for them and encourage them to learn more about it, whether it be even just starting a mutual fund for investing, as long as it's something. Like, I harped on my brother for months to start investing because he wants to save for a house, and I was harping on him, and he started a mutual fund, which I don't necessarily agree with, but at least it's something and it's not just sitting in a savings account. So anything is a good step in the right direction. Well, I shouldn't say anything, but if you're just putting it in an ETF for mutual fund, I should say that's a good start, good step in the right direction. So if I could help introduce more people into investing, that would make me happy. Which goes along with my helping tradesman type videos. So yeah, I'm excited for what 2026 has. If I can maintain or hit all these goals, that'd be a major success. I think 2025 was very successful in a lot of ways for me. And yeah, I'd like to just keep that momentum up. Yeah, overall I'm pretty excited with what 2026 has to bring. So overall, very successful year. There can't complain at all with the returns I got this year, with the savings rate I had this year. It's been a very successful year. Hit a huge milestone. I'm officially halfway to 100K, which was so exciting and so humbling to hit. Yeah, it's just so incredible the progress that I made this year, and I feel so blessed to be able to do so. TFSA did really good this year. RSP did really good this year. Very, very happy overall, and Merry Christmas for all those who celebrate a few days after that, but Merry Christmas nonetheless, and I hope everyone has a good, happy new year. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Subscribe if you want to follow along my journey, and I'll see you in the next one.